From the great halls of their house, there are assembled three who hope to one day be the world's greatest driving heroes. Created from the cosmic legends of the universe comes our team captain, the Vision, Bill Fisher. Their soon-to-be Wonder Woman, Vicki Fisher. Our Captain Marvel and head flight trainee, Jennifer Skripchuk. And our Batman, the master of tools, gadgets, and all things mechanical, our mild-mannered soon-to-be billionaire, Alan Danvers. Their mission, to fight injustice, share what is right and wrong, to get you out of your house and come out racing with them, and serve all mankind. They are the Garage Heroes in Training Team.
Welcome to the Garage Heroes in Training Podcast. I'm going to be one of the hosts for this episode. My name is Bill. We're going with traditional this time. Who else is hosting?
It's me, Vicki.
It is me. Hey, me. Me, you know who was back again?
Oh, tell me who.
It's the rally master himself, Jeff Stobbs. Welcome back, Jeff.
Oh, hello.
I hear you guys have been rust belting and rambling.
Yeah, this was a good one. It was over 3 days this time. We started in Detroit, made our way to Pittsburgh, and then ended in Buffalo.
Which part of that qualifies as good?
We started out at the Detroit bus company with Andy on Thursday night. We had kind of like a pre-rally event where he took us on another tour of Detroit. We went to the Packard Museum. We ate at a place called Marcus Burger that's been around since 1929. That was a great experience. And that's what's good about going with Andy and Shane from Detroit Bus Company is they know they've lived in Detroit their whole lives. Their families lived in Detroit. Their families worked in the factories that are now falling down. So they really are good with the history. And then we wrapped it all up with a candlelight vigil for Roger Smith in front of Factory Zero, where we sang some songs, and Eric had some words to say goodbye to several models of car, and of course Saturn. We said goodbye to Saturn.
Oh.
Did we have any protests or any rallies or?
No, just the candlelight vigil. So we were all just in front of Factory Zero, but it was 9 o'clock at night, and no one seemed to notice what we were doing.
It sounds like many Lemons events, We do it late at night and no one seems to notice.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's the best.
It was pretty good.
Excellent.
So the next day, go ahead, sorry.
Go ahead. No, I was going to say that as far as the entries, do we have any new ones, any highlights, any?
A few new people. I would say that there are a lot of veterans of this one. Actually, it was the most social rally we've ever had. I've never seen people spend so much time together. So that was very surprising for me, and it made me very happy. We had a Buick Grand National that blew a tire like in the first 20 minutes of the rally. That was interesting. We had a smart car that was lifted. Little Yikes brought that. It was actually made of 3 other smart cars. So it was terrible. Paul Santos brought his 1991 Geo Metro convertible and didn't put the top up. Another note is that Paul is from Canada, so he had quite the ride before getting to the event. But it actually made it much harder to score. There were no like weird stand-ups. There wasn't a super old car. There wasn't, an MG TD. We did have an MG midget, but it didn't make it to the end of the rally. And then we had a 1989 Escort that was super clean, but they had booked a flight for before the award ceremony, so they had to take off.
Did anybody respond to our request for a Cuban import?
No, not yet.
Not yet. All right. Well, we're going to we're keeping a watch out for those guys.
Okay.
Trying to pull somebody in. That sounds like an excellent, terrible decision. So we want to see.
It would be, or you could just you could almost fake that, right? Just make up your own parts and stick it on your car.
You could just go to Donnie's house and pick up everything and just kind of smush it all together.
I know. I heard Donnie's responsible for the high gas prices.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah.
He's probably out campaigning against Sheets and looking at Wawas, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it's every time I pass the Sheets, I'm like, oh, Donnie hates you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Did we have any rental car class entries?
No, this is the first time we had no rental car class entries, so we awarded the rental car class to Eric and myself. So we dominated that field in our Chrysler Pacifica with 62,000 miles, a broken throttle body, and it makes weird noises when you turn.
It's a rental car. It's supposed to be good.
Oh no, they're not. It's obvious. It's becoming apparent. Rental cars they're getting few. There's fewer and fewer of them as we move forward. It was bad.
I know the price tag has gone up.
Yes. Yeah. So that rental was steep. It was not cheap at all. So.
Oh well. Do we get to play the guess the rental game?
Oh yeah, go ahead. It's a minivan. You can start there.
Oh God, I don't want to guess.
So, is there anything about new hardware for finishers?
Oh yeah, that's Lemon's finisher badge.
And
so it's a grill badge.
A grill badge. Oh
yeah, it's pretty cool. It took us like a year of talking to the guy to get it organized, but I'm pretty excited that we got those.
So this is from this event forward now?
Oh yeah, I think we had them at the last event, but yes, from this event, definitely from this event forward, we're gonna have them. So,
Vicki, you might have some hardware.
A little car jewelry.
Jewelry. And what better thing to put on your crappy car than a shiny lemon?
So, what about breakdowns? Do we have breakdowns?
Actually, this had a pretty high attrition rate with breakdowns without repairs. So the MG lost its clutch slave, and which is actually quite an easy repair, but unfortunately, Moss Motors doesn't overnight on a Sunday to Buffalo, so they were unable to finish. We had a Dodge Rampage in the mix. They lost their wheel bearing, but they were able to fix that. But it's one of the most shredded. The cage fell apart, the bearings fell out, and I asked them. I was like, "Didn't we hear this before it happened?" And they commented that they had a noisy car, so I let that slide. The Ford Escort lost its fuel pump, and they were unable to complete the rally. That was about for breakdowns. That was the big three. I think everything else was just the normal stuff like broken radiator hoses or not doing your wiring correctly, so the fan breaks it. Just the normal stuff.
So, did you have any notable photo ops or stops or agenda items on the rally?
Yeah, so Rust Belt Ramble is Eric's baby, and he is a historical just genius. So we went to some pretty fun places, and he came up from some really good Lemons Rally patented feats of dumbness. On day one, the Lemons Rally find it was markers that were all over Ohio that indicated the flood level for the 1913 Dayton flood, which is pretty interesting. So not a lot of teams found that. No team found all three that we knew of. Also, and for the Lemons Rally patented feats of dumbness, we had everyone, since we were in Dayton, we had everyone dress up like Orville Wright and the Wright brothers and their sisters.
Okay.
Yeah. So we had some interesting costumes, and people got pretty creative with that one because they obviously did not want to spend any money. And then we actually ended day one at the America's Packard Museum, and Stu there gave us a tour. We had a private tour of the museum. Stu gave us a tour. He turns on some of the Packards that are worth more than all of our houses combined, and that was a really great night. That was very, very interesting.
So which state had the worst gas prices, and which one was the bargain?
It's a toss up between Ohio and New York. It all mattered where you were, if you were in the city or in the country. We drove through I think the Seneca Reservation. They had the lowest at 397.
Wow, that's not bad.
Wow.
So if anyone lives around there, they can get cheap gas.
Cheap gas? I guess I don't have the federal tax, so.
So
Correct.
have we gone over the types of cars or any themes of the cars yet? Have we already discussed that? I had to step away from my mic.
Oh, no problem. We didn't talk about the themes yet. We had 3 Chrysler/Plymouth cars that were all dressed up like Superbirds. So they had all created their own gigantic spoiler like a Superbird. And they spent the entire rally driving together. They were able to get onto a racetrack to drive together. It was excellent terribleness. It was a Reliant, a K-car, and I can't think of the other one right now, but they were awful cars. It was just a 92 Plymouth Turismo.
Oh,
So
okay.
Yeah, awful cars. But they were able to lift their way through the rally, and one of them, rally veteran David Lang, he likes to read excerpts from Lee Iacocca's biography. So he, much like a preacher, so he spends the time preaching, and it's quite funny. Yeah, I enjoy it.
Sounds tremendous.
Very good. Very cool. Very cool.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. You go ahead.
We had Paul Santos. He dressed up like a Smurf the entire time because his Geo Metro was blue. Smokey and the Bandits in their 71 Chevy van, which has 3 on the tree. They dressed up like a thrift store. Their clothes never fit them. They wear the same, I guess you could call it a suit. It's a slack and jackets with a horrible tie throughout the entire rally, and drive their van that looks like they might steal your child all over the country. So they're one of my favorites. Yeah. So those are the highlights.
Okay. What about places to stop off? How many stop offs did you do?
Oh, total?
I mean, how many?
We average about 15 a day.
Okay. All right. And let me see. So you guys did not have to do any mini events. You guys didn't have to craft anything this time?
No, they did. So on day 2 in our Lemons Rally patented feats of dumbness, they had to dress up like the Ohio Grassman or the Buckeye Bigfoot. So some people dressed up as them. One team, Polar Express, they're actually from Timmins, Ontario, which is closer to the Arctic Circle than it is to us. They found a bale of hay and put a fake man on the hood of their bale of hay. So that was a really good Lemons Grassman. And then on day 3, we try to keep it shorter because it's, that's when the awards are. So there were no further feats of dumbness required of our rally.
Okay. That sounds tremendous. So traditional questions. We have the ever popular Lemons Rally hotel ratings. How did we do this time?
Well, because Eric planned this one, he doesn't have the warm place in his heart for motels like I do. So they were all just basic, like Best Westerns and stuff. They were all pretty nice, actually. No, 0 chance of bed bugs. I was disappointed.
What's up with that?
I mean, if you don't leave a hotel with a rash, are you even on a route?
Yeah, I get that. So what about any? Do we have any restaurant or cuisine related highlights for this trip? Anything that sticks out?
Eric and I and my fiance Megan, we stopped at a place called Gulla's in Bel Air, Ohio, and it was terrible. So I mean, it was a hot dog, and then they covered in something that they described as a smooth chili.
Smooth chili?
Yeah, it was gross. What I'm guessing is that it was just goulash without the ingredients. It was interesting, but they've been open since 1929, so obviously they're doing something.
Wow!
It just wasn't for me.
I'm just hoping it wasn't a smoothie, chili made into a smoothie, because that would be kind of.
It was rough.
Not good. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's a highlight, I guess. All right.
So what was the best stop off so far? Just
Well,
overall.
we're all done now. We're at the award ceremony right now. I enjoyed the big musky bucket in McConnellsville, Ohio. It's one of those big steam buckets they use in coal mines. So everybody got to stand in that. That was fun. On day one, they went to Neil Armstrong's museum in a town I can't pronounce, Ohio. And so that was really interesting. And they had a festival of some sort going on. So that was it was cool to see all that. And we sat in spaceship mock-ups and acted like goofballs. My favorite stop on day 3 was the Nebraska Bridge in Tionesta, Pennsylvania. It's a low water bridge, and it's just a trestle bridge that's right above the water and apparently just gets covered in water all the time.
Oh, trestle bridge that gets covered in water all the time. Oh,
yeah, it's built right above the level of the river. It's weird. I've never seen anything like it. It's like someone lazily just dropped a bridge and said that's good enough.
It stays clean that way.
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much the highlights. You guys want to talk to Ben from Car Farm?
Sure.
Okay, let me take my headphones out so he can talk to you on the phone.
Captain's log supplemental.
So, Miss Vicki,
Yes, sir.
do you remember when we were watching those WRL events and some of those grid life events where you used to see the in-car video and it had like the cameras seeing front and back, but it also could see all the telemetry and everything that was going on?
Mm-hmm.
You know, most of the ones that we liked were taken by the Sentinel system. Remember James came on our podcast earlier?
Right.
You know, we have no excuse since he lent us one for trial and demonstration purposes. We should actually probably put that in one of our cars. Maybe 2.
I really think we should.
I think we should.
I know.
Because then we'd look like the immature endurance racing team that we are. Oh, wait, I mispronounced that, didn't I? Sorry, my bad. We could
So what does the
have
Sentinel system do?
we could have 3 cameras with picture-in-picture. We could have, if we ever get the AIM system to work, open invitation to anybody from AIM to come on and give us a little bit of love. We need some help. And then we could have all our telemetry on there. And then we can have it streamed live into the paddock or around the world to our millions of fans. We're apparently very popular in Kenya right now. Don't know why, but that's fine. And it can integrate all the available race statistics from like Race Hero and everything. So we could actually see how we're doing on video. We wouldn't even have to carry around our phone anymore. Live.
I love it.
Here's Ben from Ben, the farm car guy. So here you go.
Ben.
Phil and Vicki.
Hey, hello.
hi.
It's quieter over here.
How are you
Well-
guys doing?
Good. Welcome to
doing
the podcast.
How was the rally?
Hello, yeah, the rally. It was it was all right. It was another Lemons rally, another one in the books, third one for myself.
How many have you done so far?
He literally just said this is his 3rd one.
Oh, is there? Oh, sorry. My
Yeah,
bad. My bad. It's kind of breaking up a little bit.
I'm
Yeah, it's
guessing
hard to
since it's
hear.
his 3rd one, this is the 3rd one.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, three. Three is
Now-
the magic number today.
Right. So what were you driving?
We took another farm fresh vehicle, plucked her off the farm, and we did an episode on the YouTube channel about picking the car out, and ended up choosing a 87 Grand National. You know, kind of a car that everybody, well, not everybody, but many folks have dreamed about having, and you know, they drool over, even though they made tens of thousands of them. You know,
Yeah.
That's, for some reason, it's a special car. And I said, that would really get under the skin of some folks if I put that car, call it a lemon, and put it on a Lemons rally. So that's what we did.
And how did the vehicle make travels through the rally?
Well, it had sat for about 20 years and had numerous mechanical issues. Normally, I spend a little bit of time, not fully preparing the cars, but you just want to get them just drivable or barely legal enough to get them up to start finish. And then you work out, everything else throughout
Right.
the Lemons. And the more difficult you make it on yourself, the more entertained everybody else is. To me, that's Lemons rally. But yeah, right now it's outside. It's in Buffalo, and I'm not quite certain I'm going to make it to 200 miles back home. I believe I've developed a issue with the differential.
Oh,
We'll just go straight.
Yeah, that's exactly what killed it. I think was the West Virginia hills and all the turns. I think that is what killed that limited slip. So, yeah,
So
gotta
tell
go
us-
straight.
tell us about this farm that's on YouTube.
Oh yes, you're familiar. So, yeah, a couple of years ago, a friend of mine who I know through another car club that I've been a member of for upwards of 25 years or so. He had co-owned some property with his uncle. It was family property, and they operated a farm, a machine shop. At one point, the farm was a full functioning dairy farm in its past plus 100 years of existence. And just various businesses were run off of that property over the years. Fast forward to the 90s, and car farmer Brian and his uncle inherit the property and continue to run a machine shop, basically a manufacturing gig off of the property. And anyway, they started collecting cars and say, hey, we got about 100 plus acres here. You know, we could just line this all up with all kinds of turbo Dodges and Shelby Dodges. It's, you know, and other Dodges. There's other cars there too. But eventually, you know, the uncle passed on and left everything to Brian. And, you know, I had known the property existed. I had been there a couple of times, but I did not realize until 2 years ago how many cars were there. It is truly amazing for me. And so we've been spending the last couple of years initially trying to clean up the property, doing a lot of scrapping, organizing, finishing. Some of the buildings weren't even finished being built. So, you know, it is quite a chore. It has become my full-time hobby when I'm not working.
That's quite fun. If people want to find out about this and follow along.
Excuse me?
If people want to find out a little bit more about this and follow along, what would the best way?
Oh, yes. The YouTube channel is The Car Farm. There might be more than one car farms out there, but there's only one, The Car Farm. And that's where you'll find us. We are, like I mentioned before, there's a lot of Dodges there, but I have other cars too. I have more expensive tastes as well, but usually you see me monkeying around with older derelict equipment because I'm a big fan of the will it run stuff. Just had a lot of fun with making old junk that shouldn't run. And I guess that's how Lemons found me.
That sounds like fun. So people should tune in and follow along. So how did you do on the rally? Did you got the finisher hardware, I assume?
We did. I feel very accomplished. I'm telling you what, I'm going to bring it straight home to my mom and see if she can sew it into a little patch or something, because it is high quality stuff here. I want to wear it all the time. Maybe a belt buckle even.
Oh,
that's kind of cool. So yeah, I'm very happy to have that. So I'd like to
you could be like a rodeo cowboy that way.
Pretty much.
There you go. So what's your next thoughts for Lemons Rally exploits? You got any plans?
You know, I'm always thinking about the next one, right? Actually, when you pick a rally car, even though I've only done 3, you know, I've always, you know, maybe I'm an old hat at it, but I feel like I've been already trying to plan the next 10. You know what I mean? Like, what can I do? What can I do next? I tend to not do a lot of theme cars. There's, you know, I am definitely a weird guy, but some of these people are pretty darn creative, and you know, they humble you with their creativity and you know, their extrovertness. I am a little more subdued at times, and I just don't have the time, I think, to go ahead and build a full-out theme vehicle. But I applaud all of them. So, but to answer your question, I think you know, Jeff's hinting at what he would like to see out of me next. And nice. I just don't have that breed of car on the farm. I do have something in mind for fall foliage, though.
So speaking of which, that's going to be my beautiful bride Vicky's first Lemons rally. Do you have any tips or tricks or
what? You haven't been on a rally?
If we can get the car running,
the car will be running.
You get it running on the rally. Everybody knows this. Just get it to the start line, and you figure out the rest later.
She's used to prepping for a race. She's not used to the rally philosophy.
Not quite yet.
You kind of just wing it. But yeah, any advice I would say, be a good navigator. Do what I don't do, which is plan your route ahead of time on the day. You should wake up in the morning, I think, and go through the route book and add all the stops. I don't do that. And, I get some side eye looks like, what are you doing, man? This is your third rally. You don't know what you're doing. I said, man, I live the rally one stop at a time, and hopefully there's cell coverage at that stop.
It's all about family.
Oh my God, not so much, man. We were out of coverage and driving in the dark for much of the day yesterday. But we pulled it off.
My theory is Boston to Boston, and I am coming up from the Northeast Pennsylvania. I'm thinking about trailering the car up.
I don't know. Is that frowned upon?
During the rally, for sure.
Yeah, to the rally, to the end.
A wise man named Jeff once told me that it's all about even just getting to the rally.
Yes.
So yeah, even pre-rally is still rally.
Right, and I'm just thinking, if anything happens to this car, at least I could try to get it to my car trailer.
See,
if you want to experience maximum stress and anxiety level, then you drive it all the way there and all the way back. I'm going through it right now. I can't think straight. I'm still worried about how I'm going to get home.
So her only in-person rally experience to this point was clouded by the cloud known as Randy Bish. So
yeah,
she has fears. Slash nightmares.
Randy Bish showed up and didn't even make it out of the what was it, the
pre-party parking lot.
Yeah. We spent all weekend with him trying to get his car going.
Oh. Well, that's good. Bish. I mean, you'll fit right in the rally. You be like him in that if you're going to help somebody out, help them out as much as you can. But I don't think we had too many breakdowns this go around. Well, I mean, there was a breakdown or two, but I don't think. Well, at least I wasn't witness to any to rallying of the troops to bring a car back to life. But I think we had a couple breakdowns last rally. Definitely, I cracked the block on the last rally in Atlanta and was sucking water. But I still drove that thing from Atlanta to Cleveland, stop every 100 miles, fill it up with water.
Yeah, I'm nervous, Bill. I think I need a mechanic, like a higher level mechanic to be on my team.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Just remember, there's always a U-Haul. The only thing that sucks is you don't want to brake on Sunday. Nobody's open. You can't find anything. And that's the other thing that drives me nuts is, normally it's okay. I'll pull off and I'll go buy whatever I need to buy and jack the car up in any parking lot, wherever it's at, and do what I got to do. But not always available on Sundays, unfortunately. But just remember, just don't brake on Sunday and you'll be fine.
Oh, right. Yeah. Tell the car that.
No problem. we got this covered. Her car is going to be so reliable. It's scary. So I don't know what she's worried about.
Are you going to spill the beans on what you're driving?
Nope. Can't do that. Sorry.
Yeah. See, you're trying to set me up and I wasn't going to spill my beans either.
Nope,
I didn't see a back seat though.
What do you mean you didn't see a back seat?
Was there a back seat?
Yes, there's a back seat.
Maybe it was down. Okay.
Yes, it's fine.
Okay.
You have tons of room. You're fine. You're good. She's worried and she hasn't even started yet. But anyway. So apparently Vicki will be meeting you at the fall foliage, so that should be fun.
I'm enjoying that.
Make sure to stop by. We'll give away stickers. We're always good at giving away stickers.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
There you go.
How you doing?
What was your? Did we discuss best highlights so far for you?
No. Well, that's one I'll have to weigh.
Well, you didn't break down
West
on
Virginia,
Sunday.
I didn't. West Virginia, even though I think that's what killed this car. I mean, geez, oh man, even though we're out of cell coverage, and maybe that was for the best. You get to really experience the views in the rally. And we're driving along, and I should be, I'm worried about the rally, but I should be also trying to film for content. But I also then have to say, well, I can't film 72 hours and edit that down into 15 minutes. It's not going to happen. So, you do put the electronics away and actually enjoy the view. And for me, that whole West Virginia trip, as nerve wracking as it was, and killing that car. I mean, you get tired of turning. Trust me. I don't know if you've ever been to Tail of the Dragon. It's worse than that. And you're just turning for what seemed like hours on end, and it gets physically tiresome. But you're experiencing in America in a lemon, and it was just nice. And I think that whole day was, like I said, I think that was probably my highlight for the day, for the event.
Cool. Well, it sounds like you're going to be rally partners with Vicki at the Fall Foliage. That should be fun.
Maybe I'm going to try to get Car Farmer Brian out there this time. He wanted to come on this one, but he was over at Chrysler's Carlisle. So we kind of, hopefully we'll have a big old episode coming up here soon with any footage she got. But that's why he wasn't here this go around. Otherwise, we would have had more than one car for the first time. So maybe that'll happen next time.
Cool. Well, that's tons of fun. I think your car will likely be bigger than hers. That's the only hint we're giving.
Okay. Well, you remember, this is a bunch of car guys here, man. It's only a matter of time before they figure it out.
I know. That's why we only give one hint, because,
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
That's right. Just keep telling yourself that.
Whatever you say, dear. Yes. It'll be fine. I'll be we'll be doing daily updates, so make sure to stop in and come on one night at least. So we'll try and keep up with that one a little bit more.
All right, guys.
All right.
Okay.
Nice talking to you. How about you? Would you like to speak to Jeffrey?
Sure.
No, but we should.
Yeah.
All right. I'll hand it over. I'll see you guys later.
Thanks.
All right.
Bye.
So, do you have fun talking to Ben?
Yeah. This in the car farm. How many cars does he usually have out there?
It's according to the channel, it's like over 100. But every rally car he's had so far, except for this one, has been on fire. So his channel's fun to watch just because stuff's on fire all the time.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a skilled mechanic trait or something to worry about.
Well, I mean, we all have aspirations. So what's your next rally there, Jeff? You got some more coming up, I'm sure.
Yeah, to wrap up the year, we got Hell on Wheels. That's in the beginning of August. We have Fall Foliage. That's going to be at the end of September, the beginning of October in the Northeast. That's the one you guys should run. And then after that, we're going to do the long one, the Great River Road from New Orleans up to St. Paul. That's going to be more than our average rally. It's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of in the middle of nowhere kind of rallying. And then we've moved retreat to Moscow back to end of January, beginning of February. So no more in December.
Okay.
And then we have some. We actually do have some pretty cool announcements, but it's going to be on the Lemons YouTube channel about what's coming up in the future. So it's actually interesting.
Wow.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
You feeling okay about that? I mean,
yeah, we're going to travel far and wide and be in different places. So we'll see what happens.
Well, we can't wait for that. So let's see. Vicki is near panic over her upcoming rally. Is there any words of wisdom from the rally master?
Bring paper maps. We tell everyone to bring paper maps. Always bring an atlas, bring paper maps.
Bring paper maps. Okay.
Yeah, maps. Yeah, and an atlas, and that'll help you very, very much.
No, we're interrupting the podcast.
Oh, we're being interrupted by Eric.
Okay.
Hold on a second. They're not on video. I'm not on video though.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's good.
What are we doing?
They want a picture with us.
Oh, I gotta take a picture. Just hold on a second to take a group photo.
Oh, absolutely.
So yeah,
we need a copy of the group photo.
Yeah, we'll send it to you. We're doing it with the Lemons Rebel.
We need to post this with the episode.
All right, make sure you send that to us.
Thank you so much.
Thanks. Good job, guys.
Really appreciate it. Bring the Beretta.
I'm going to.
I've heard about that's the goal next year.
Okay, photo op is over.
Very well.
Is that what we're talking about? Bring paper maps, bring an atlas. Also, there's a function on Google Maps that apparently everyone forgets about, is that you can download offline maps of, huge swaths of the United States, and it'll remember all that stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Who knew?
And then, yeah. So before every rally, I always download my offline map. Like, it doesn't have like the stores and stuff, maybe, but it will get you back to where you need to go.
Well, I mean, all we really need is the gas stations
City.
and the parts stores.
Correct. So, yeah, that's another. Those are my. Oh, and drink water. No one ever drinks enough water, and so they're like, I don't understand why I'm sick by day 3. It's like because you're dehydrated. And you haven't drank any water. So Eric and I average about, even as working the rallies, I average about a gallon a day.
Wow.
And just, I mean, okay, I have to pull over to go to the bathroom. That's fine.
That's just about what we do for normal race day. So it's just about the same.
Yeah, I mean, it's stressful. It's a different kind of fatigue, but it's still fatigue.
Yeah, I can see it. Definitely could see it. Well, so 2 more rallies before Failage, or 1 more rally before Failage?
1 more. California, then Failage.
Okay. Well, we will try to piece together something for California. We have no problem doing them like midday during the rally because time zones. We don't tend to do well. We don't tend to do well with time zones, but we can do this.
No, because we're bad at numbers.
Yeah, numbers are hard, man. I mean, they are. Very well, sir. So another rally in the books. Hardware was given. Sir. Who did well? Who won? Who lost?
First place went to the smart car and Little Yikes. Second place went to the Toyota 92 Toyota Previa, the Egg Beaters. Third place went to, I got that right. So we had those 3 K cars running together. So we clumped them into one team without them knowing. So they all won 3rd place together. So that was fun. Random Access Stupid went to Smoking the Bandits. Judge's Choice. Actually, the Canadians had quite the sweep this time. Judge's Choice went to Paul Santos and Team Smurf Team, which is hilarious because there was just one person in the car. And Award Choice, or the regional award, went to Canucks on the Loose. And they drove all the way here from Alberta. And they are the first team I have ever seen wash their license plate during a rally. That really stuck out with me. It was really weird. Yeah. So yeah, those are our winners. Yep.
Cool. Well,
all right.
That sounds like fun. Well, you have a great time this evening with the festivities, and then safe travels back.
Okie dokie. I'll talk to you guys next time.
All right. See us.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.